The source of opening everything that we can is a necessity that will always be with us. It will always be a necessity for us to remember, for us to rediscover the limitations of our body, and then incrementally go beyond. A little bit below the horizon. Along all of these angular meridians that are at very specific levels, that are the result of very specific muscle contractions into very specific positions. That demand a consequential reason for some part of our musculature and our skeletal system. To absorb the constant and relentless, omnipresent force of gravity, and to form an even more perfect union with it. And then to just move slightly. To just move every joint just a little bit. You've awakened them all. If you're having trouble doing that, take a cold shower. I promise you that a cold shower will awaken you to the muscles that are asleep. Once they're all awake, then you become increasingly aware of their ranges of motion and the way in which the intensity of those contractions can create different amounts of up force, different amounts of out force, different amounts of contractionary, centering, coming back into the core, which you've got to do. And then you can go back and you trace your body, and then you know that you've actualized a lot of your potential. You know that you've consciously gone through these positions. You've consciously given these commands to your body. This is Tai Chi. This is yoga. This is prayer. This is Pentecostal speaking in tongues. This is fly fishing. This is batting. This is golfing. This is tennis. This is basketball. We're taking our body through all of these extremes, all of these limitations, and then we're going just a little bit beyond. And we're incrementally getting there. That's why it works for everyone, irrespective of their race, their religion, their nationality, their geography, or their genes. Their age or their gender. You'll feel these fields. They might not be right next to each other. They might not be with contact. Maybe they're 2 inches apart. Based on the development, based on your shaping, based on the consequences of your life, you've shaped yourself differently. All of these attachment points, all of the ligaments, all have unique dimensions to them that could be measured. You can do this with your hands. You can do it with your feet. Your elbows and knees are correlated. Your hands and your feet, your toes and your fingers, the joints therein, the muscles therein can be flexed in ways that contribute to the way and to the summation of muscles that alter the structure that supports your brain and is supporting all of your visceral organs, such that it optimizes it, such that it operates at peak efficiency. Sometimes you gotta exhale through your nose while your mouth is open. Sometimes you've got to vary the speed with which you contract, vary the speed with which you expand. Sometimes you've got to see no evil. Then you've got to hear no evil. Then you've got to speak no evil. During each of these, you're going between perfect contractions that are in accord with the meridians of your body, that are in accord with the dimensions of your body. then sometimes you've got to go back to your default and give into it and submit. To the constant, ever-present force of gravity that controls and modifies and determines our efficiency, because it's constantly working on us. We have to be consciously aware of that, and that's why we need 3 to 5 minutes, not 2.5 hours of commitment to these principles and these ideas and these positions and these methods by which we're taking in oxygen and we're breathing out all of the inert gases that don't stay within us. And carbon dioxide, CO2, goes out after O2 goes in. That's how we modify our bodies. That's how we maintain a healthy weight. That's how we minimize the force required of our heart to pump, to exert the most energy, when that energy could be expressed in facilitating the greatest combination of roller coaster tracks along which nutrients and blood and fluids of all types can deliver nutrients and evacuate the toxins and bring that growth hormone, bring that adrenaline, bring that oxygen to the cells in which it's metabolizing energy in the most efficient way possible, with the greatest intention, with the most conscious command. Go look up a picture of a bald eagle. Imitate the bald eagle's concentration. Imitate the bald eagle's facial expression. It requires you to tilt your head down and to look through the top of your eyes, which is a different contraction, which is an elevating action. And it's an activating action for the neck muscles. And it happens to relax the jaw, which frees up all of this. And when that's happening in conjunction with a retraction, a reduction in the horizontal force of the effect of one's central nerve, of your body and its center of gravity, you're commanding your body to grow more in accord with its archetypal dimensions, irrespective of your proclivities. If you're a big-bodied person, be a big-bodied person who is commanding it to expand and retract in the most synergistic fashion, which is bilaterally active, which is constantly elevating and expanding, because it's easy to contract. All you got to do to contract is just relax. And you submit. Anyone who's taken a yoga class has been in Shavasana. Anyone who's received communion has experienced the peace and unity with God. Anyone in Islam, anyone in any of the Hinduistic or Buddhist or Taoist traditions who has arrived at a point of flowing existence that's more than just survival, it's thrival.